And we're back with another J.STREET podcast. This one is a little bit hard right here. This one's hard. This one's going to be a hard one for me. I need the glasses for this one for sure. So, as I always say, J.STREET is a community. It goes more than outside of 20th of Jefferson Street. If y'all listen to any of my other podcasts, y'all know that my mom was on Jefferson Street too. She was on 23rd and Jefferson. So I'm going to focus this one more on my mom's side of the family today. I don't know when I'm putting this out, but March 1st, I was informed that I lost my cousin, Dante Turner. Shocking to the whole family. Still shocking to this moment. Watching my family suffer, grieve over a shocking death. Super shocking. Nobody seen it come in. This was just caught the whole family off guard. Still is catching the whole family off guard. I've been thinking about this a lot. Thinking about, when you lose a loved one so close to you, it hurts beyond measurables. And then it hurts even more when your cousins is almost like your brothers and sisters, especially in my family. Let's just break this down. Your cousins is like your brothers and sisters. We all come from the Rosa May Turner house, so we all are close. All are close. We all have the same morals and values that we all was brought up in that house. So when it comes to somebody like Donnie, he was that person. He was a little bit older than us, but he still was in the house with us. He was there with Papa first, and in a lot of different ways. And then, of course, later on, Far, K, Boot, B, Boot, K, however the order is, then she, that was just the tight niche of guys that we had in the house. Oh, shout out to my cousin Greg too, because he's definitely part of the family as well. And of course, Vinny and Anthony. Can't forget about them either. That's all the guys right there, pretty much. But I'm just back to Donnie. So Donnie, being a little bit older than us, was still around us a lot more and stuff like that. It's good. This is where I say I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have role models inside of my own family. I don't gotta look outside of my family for a role model. And Donnie was definitely a role model for the family. I'm just saying it in so many different ways. Dealing with family issues that we all dealt with and persevering through them all. Thriving at life. Didn't let nothing hold him back. Travel, enjoyed his life to the fullest. When it comes to him and I talk about him, of course I'm getting emotional now just thinking about it, but like I said, just having a role model inside of my own family, somebody I could look up and see who's doing positive things, ain't gotta dibble and dabble in the streets, nothing. None of the crazy wildness. I mean, I was talking to my cousin Boot the other day, and like Donnie was like the first cousin, like male cousin house that we was really staying at. Like we used to go over there, his house, play the game. Oh man, just have fun, laugh and joke. I can't really speak on his relationship with everybody else in the family. I'm just talking about for me. Donnie was like my older brother. He was like my older brother in so many ways. Because of him, I started wearing the shades and, just little things that I did take from his style that I started implementing myself, stuff like that. But he was definitely like an older brother than me in so many ways. Me and him used to sit on the phone, talk to each other, bust it up, sports, about all that. I mean, just a pure role model in every way of how to be a man and stand up for your family, but also know how to step it back from your family. I learned that from him too. Family gonna be family, but you can always take a step back and just observe everything. Still cool with everybody, no family drama, not in the middle of no issues, no nothing. Stay neutral about everything, unless you was an outsider going against the family. Then we all know where everybody stands. Then, but I learned that from him. Just being a good person. A lot of people will tell you my cousin ain't have a bad bone in his body. He ain't do nothing bad to nobody. Stood tall for everything he was supposed to. As a man, as a son, as a brother, as an uncle, as a cousin / brother to me. And I know a lot of the other family members feel the same way as me. Back to what I was saying, like having a role model inside your own family is a blessing. I don't have to look for nothing. I had a little bit of everything inside of my family. And with Donnie, I definitely had that as well. In his own way. I was blessed that he lived his life long enough to be in my wedding. He was part of my groomsmen. My wife loved him as well. So a lot of that stuff is just raw and natural that, you know, my cousin naturally gelled with my wife. It was a part of my wedding, a big part of my wedding. Partying, having fun, just enjoying life. It's about to come up on a year of me being married, and just thinking about it. Like my cousin pulled up, was the first one to meet me there. At the hotel, helped me get dressed. Just all them things that we done. The laughing, the joking, the partying at my wedding day. I'm just happy he was able to be there, um, with us. Um, just talking out loud, thinking. He was a real one. He's a real one in all the categories. You know you're a real one when I let you borrow my car for a weekend. Ain't too many people can say that's back when I had two cars. I had the Challenger, I had the Charger, and I had the SUV joint. My cousin came to town. Man was talking. Matter of fact, man was talking on the phone, and he told me he was coming to town, and he had to rent a car and all that. I'm like, man, you ain't gotta rent no car, man. You can hold the Charger. Only thing about it is a big old cowboy plate in front of that mug. That's it. He started laughing. So I don't. People know I don't extend a lot of things to a lot of different people. You have to be trustworthy and just be honest with me for me to do stuff like that for you. So Donnie was definitely one of them people that I could trust with my car for a whole weekend. Don't worry about it. All types of stuff, man. This being able to trust somebody inside your own family, he definitely was one of them. I take I take a lot from him on taking care of your moms and checking in on her a lot. He definitely done that a lot. Before he moved to Georgia, I never forget it. He called me and he was like, "Cuz, yo, what you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing, nothing, nothing." He told me he was moving to Georgia. And he was like, "Yo, I need you to do me a favor." I'm like, "What's that?" He was like, "I need you to look after my mom while I'm in Georgia." I'm like, "Damn." Like, that's a hell of a responsibility. And for him to entrust me with that, I was honored in a way. Like, my cousin trusted me to look after his mom and make sure she good. I tried my best. I did what I could for my aunt. Whenever she called me and asked me, still will to this day. She called me and asked me for anything, I got it, she got it. I was just a real conversation me and him had. And I was like, wow, he really trusts me to look after his mom while he wasn't living in Delaware at the time. And in reverse, he did the best he can do when my mom went to Georgia as well. So my mom and my sister when they moved to Georgia as well. So even though they wasn't that close to each other, but when my mom and his mom came downtown, came down to Georgia, he took them out, showed them, a nice time and whatever, things like that. But that's just, things that I take from him as I sit back and I think about throughout the years of my cousin. Yeah, can't nobody say nothing bad about him. You say something bad about him, we got a problem because that man ain't do nothing to nobody at all. Love and care for the people around him. But, his legacy lives on for sure. Even though he didn't have no kids, he got a nephew that looked just like him, looked identical to him. There's little pieces of him in all the guys. I know that for sure. In their own way, we all have a little piece of Donnie, without a doubt. Um, for people that don't know, and if you only listen to this podcast, I appreciate you, but you listen to everything else that I put out. The sports podcast, Numbers Over Nonsense. Donnie came up with the name. He blessed me to use the name. He told me he couldn't be a weekly, host, but he definitely encouraged me to use the name and take it to different levels. So, with that being said, I will continue to use the name, and me and my two other co-hosts, Matt and Reese, uh, every episode is dedicated to him, of course, but every episode I have a little DT in the corner with wings to let y'all know who looking over the podcast every time. I just thank him a lot for everything he's done for me. continue to do for me. Yeah, that's my cousin, but more like my brother in so many ways. I can sit here and talk about him for hours and days, but there's a lot of things that he done for me and continue to do that he don't even know. I'm not gonna put it 100% on him. Why I'm a super sports head, super sports nut, the way I am, but he gets a little bit of blame as well. Definitely gets a blame as well. To him, my dad, and a couple of my other uncles, they're the reason why I love sports, football. Let's be specific. They're the reason why I love football so much. Donnie definitely gets a part of that as well. He was probably the reason why I learned so much about the NFL, so I can come back at him with knowledge and show off how much I knew about the sport, how much I knew about the game. Definitely want to show your cousin that you know. I know as well too. Just didn't expect it to be this short of life, but I know he lived with no regrets. My cousin traveled, had fun, laughing, joking. So I know he lived with no regrets at the end of the day. Yeah. This is yeah. Just him just being a wonderful person. I can't reiterate that enough. Just just him being a wonderful person. But yeah, so Dante, Donnie, as we all call him in the family, will be missed. I can't talk shit about the Giants now because he's not here to defend them. Can't talk shit about the Brooklyn Nets because he ain't here to defend them. But yeah, this is very impactful to my family. To see the love and to see the love for him. He deserves it. He deserves it. He definitely deserves it. Yeah. So with that being said, cuz I love you, miss you, fly high, say what's up to mama and pop up for me and my pop. Have a drink with him. I see you down the road.